Today it's all about the news, the bigger news and the biggest news in the studio. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to bring you up to speed concerning everything that has happened in the studio or will be happening in the studio very shortly. So grab a coffee or iced coffee to sip whilst watching this video. Now let's start with the biggest news of the year for me, and that is artists and illustrators have contacted me at the beginning of the year to do a 2-page article on me and basically my online gallery. Now, if you're not aware, Artists and Illustrators are Britain's #1 magazine for original art, written for artists and art lovers alike. It contains quite a lot of different articles with practical tips, guides to all types of techniques, whether you like oil paintings, watercolors, you name it, you will find it in the magazine. And of course, there are quite a lot of articles about contemporary artists and exhibitions. This magazine definitely will bring you a very refreshing selection throughout the year. It comes out monthly. So if you want to check out the edition that contains the article about me and my art, then check out the May 2024 edition, which is out now, so throughout the month of April. I will of course let you have a little glimpse of what it looks like. You can find it on page 14 to 15, and it contains, of course, a gorgeous photograph of one of my oil paintings that, funnily enough, just sold at the beginning of the year. This has been a huge deal for me on so many levels. First of all, it is, of course, a great professional recognition because, once again, Artists and Illustrators is such a renowned and established magazine on the British market that being contacted by them directly, by one of their editors, to do a piece on me was really huge. I mean, I have not paid for an ad. I have not been in contact with them at all. I was just myself a subscriber to the magazine, of course, because I like to be in the loop on what is going on in the art world, on what is popular, what the newest exhibitions are. I mean, this is what I live for, right? So it felt natural for me to be subscribed. I didn't pay an advertise or anything like that, all right? To be completely transparent with you guys. Then of course it is absolutely fantastic news for me because it gets the word out onto the British market. As you know, my artwork is mainly focused on the British and especially Scottish landscapes. So while I am still based in France, all my sales have taken place in English-speaking countries. So I mostly sold, be it the United States, be it the UK, be it Australia, Canada, you name it, you have it. This is basically my core market. So being published in a British magazine, I hope really will help me along business-wise as well. And I was also very touched by the professionalism and love for details that the editors of the magazine are working with. So my editor, for instance, Ramsha Vistro, I would like to thank her personally for having done such a great piece with the answers to the question that I provided her with. And having myself a long time ago worked in the journalistic field, I know that it is really a gift to work with people and to bring out their most honest self, especially when it is done across country, you know. So we basically conversed by email the whole time, so it is not an easy thing to do, to ask the right questions and to, you know, get the most essential information out of a person that you've never met, that you've never seen. And she's done it brilliantly and has condensed all the answers that I've given her in a very beautiful and authentic way. So I'm really pleased with the article. So if you want to have a look yourself and give this fantastic magazine a read, then you should definitely hurry up and grab the May issue in order to be able to check out the interview. Now on to the second news, and that is I have been living under a rock for the last couple of years apparently, because I only just heard about the existence of this platform, and you might already be aware of its existence and already even be a subscriber to some other artist, and I'm talking about Substack. For those of you who, like me, have no clue or had no clue up until this video of what Substack is, it is a platform that is somewhere in between an email system and a blog. So what it does is that it gives you the possibility to be subscribed to a certain amount of creators and creatives who are on Substack or who have a Substack account, and being subscribed to them, it gives you access to some exclusive content that they are creating, right? So there are writers, photographers, artists, and if you were, let's say, subscribed to my Substack, I would then have the possibility to send you emails regularly, newsletters in a way that give you an exclusive access to new content that I'm not putting out anywhere else. Now, what is the difference with just being subscribed to my newsletter on the website, let's say? The difference is functional, and that means I am limited in the possibilities that I have with my native newsletter features. Substack is completely free for the creators, whereas different emailing services are not. And that is probably why you might not have received a newsletter in a while from me if you are subscribed on my website. I've reached the limit of the number of subscriptions that I am allowed to manage and to contact within my contract with Squarespace. So Substack is really a nice alternative for me. The second difference is that it is a very user-friendly platform, and it gives me much more lenience in the type of content that I want to put forward. It gives me, for instance, the possibility to send you guys videos, podcasts, include photographs, as well as the regular text form, right? So it really gives me a very nice diversity in the type of content that I can offer you guys. And I had so many ideas of what I could include that I would normally not even consider including in my regular newsletter. This is where I would like to present you with the third type of benefit for me, and this is the different types of subscriptions. So my plan here is to have a normal free subscription where I will most probably put out a weekly newsletter with news and updates on what I've worked on this week, on anything that includes, I don't know, maybe discount codes to my different shops like Etsy or my own website. I think that I will manage to post weekly, and then it also gives me the possibility to do another tier of subscriptions where those of you who would want to support me, my channel, and the time that I'm taking in order to put out the videos, the podcasts, the articles and stuff like that, would allow you to support me with a small contribution fee. Of course, this would mean a lot to me if anyone would be interested in joining this program, because it allows me to avoid basically spending money on the costs that the production of content is causing me. For instance, if I need to buy a new microphone to do podcasts, or if I need to repurchase a battery for my camera. Currently, this is literally money that I'm taking out of my own pocket, because this is not the core of my work. These are not paints or brushes that I can literally apply and use and transform into artworks that I'm selling. This is all adjacent stuff, let's say. This is really an investment from my part. to do the content that is free of charge, available on my website, on YouTube, and now on Substack. So offering another type of subscription on Substack will allow me to, not really, I don't believe that this will allow me to pay for all of these things, but maybe to keep the costs that I currently have more under control. And of course, as I'm someone who is very conscious, if some of you guys will join this paid subscription, this will also force me to be more active on this platform and really give the contents that I'm producing more thought and more time. For instance, the podcasts that I have thought about would only be available on this paid subscription platform. Maybe some other deep dive articles on techniques and materials that I use, things like that, that would demand more time investment from my part, or maybe book recommendations that would be interesting for artists and creatives, art theoretical discussions, deeper dives into exhibitions, for instance, because for those of you who watched my video on the Van Gogh exhibition or the Theodore Rousseau exhibition, my notes are so much more complete than what I had the time to put into the video that this could be another article on itself, another blog post on Substack. So this is what I've been experimenting with, and I wanted to present this new offer to you guys. So if you're interested in joining in whichever capacity, be it as a free subscriber or if you would want to join the paid subscription, the link to my Substack will be in the description box down below. And then on to the last news, which is more of a project that I'm currently working on that is linked to an open call for a big art fair. You might even already have an idea of what I'm talking about, and it is the Woolwich Contemporary Print Fair. It is of course the largest international art fair that is entirely dedicated to all types of print. So you have intaglio, relief, planographic, you name it, you'll have it there. And I do love their approach, which is first of all putting the focus on the print medium, because it is a great way to introduce people to the art world, especially because of the prices. Prints being of course a reproducible art form, prices are most frequently much lower than what you will have when purchasing original oil paintings, watercolors and pastels. And the fact that it is much more affordable also means that young collectors can more easily experiment with different styles and types of prints that they would be interested in order to constitute a small collection or work out what works best for their interior. The WCPF, so the Woolwich Contemporary Print Fair, is also, as far as I know, the only print fair that operates on this hybrid model where 50% of the time galleries are present and 50% of the collection is being brought in by international independent artists who previously have been selected by WCPF's Board of Judges, which basically is composed by a panel of very seasoned and established experts in the art market. For those of you who are frequent visitors on my website or on my Instagram, you might also be aware that I've already participated last year. And whilst I didn't make it into the shortlist, so I was not part of the exhibition, of the physical exhibition, I did make it into the long list, so I was included in what they call the director's cut. So a long list of artworks and artists who were selected to be part of their online exhibition, and one of my multicolor lino prints was featured on WCPF's website for a couple of weeks and was thus available for purchase through WCPF's website. Once again, this is such a nice industry recognition for me, and it really meant a lot to me, even if I didn't make it to the final exhibition. But the fact that the panel of experts did select my work to be included on their website was really a huge deal to me. as you might imagine, I would like to participate this year again and try my luck again. So I have currently a certain number of designs for lino prints that I'm working on. And what this means is also that I will probably come up with some new videos that are more focused on lino prints than on oil paintings in the future. Do not worry, I won't do such a long period of only oil paintings, then only lino prints, and then only oil paintings again like I did last year. So I will try to keep it more balanced this year and to mix and match. But just I wanted to tell you, for those of you who were looking forward to the lino print part, well, this is the hour. And for those of you who are maybe less interested, just be aware that there might be a couple of videos focusing on lino printing techniques and guides. And I guess that we are nearly at the end now. So guess who got cut off by her camera and didn't notice? I'm just about to edit the whole video and I saw that there was a bit missing. I honestly don't know what happened there. I suppose the card was full, so the camera automatically stopped filming and I, for some reason, didn't see it coming. I'm terribly sorry. I was just about to thank you all for tuning in, for joining me on this journey, and I am so incredibly happy to be able to share these good news with you. I hope you found it entertaining, and as always, I hope to see you very soon in my next video on Friday. And until then, I wish you all a very delightful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care, guys. Bye.